Something you don't see every day. In fact, this is the first time I've ever encountered this. I'm outside of a Shinto shrine. This particular shrine has featured itself several times in my videos in the past, and it was a beautiful, beautiful place. Wooden shrine, one of the most splendid examples of the old-style Shinto shrinery. Is the word I ever remember. That's a loud car. Anyway, squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. Time for a new belt, dude. On that nice Forerunner. What they're called Surfs here. Well, there's a park here as well. Now, what's interesting, of course, as you can see, is that it's being rebuilt. And they have basically torn down the old shrine. Probably not safe for earthquakes. Or maybe it was damaged in that big earthquake. I haven't been back to check. I'll bet that was the case. I'll bet it was damaged. I haven't been back to check. The shrine in Minowa was damaged after the quake. Now it's roped off so I can't get in, but fortunately I've got power zoom, so let's zoom in. Now let's just talk a little bit about some of the details of shrine design and architecture. I don't know a whole lot, but I'll share what I do know. The building of shrines was a specialty craft in old Japan, and there were special carpentry, basically contractor houses that would be able to do this, and they're of course, very expensive. One of the key elements is the complex wood joinery that's used in the construction of the shrines. It goes for temples as well. And you can see as I zoom in on some of these wooden pieces here, you can see that there is indeed a lot of joinery. Look at that. Look at the end of that beam right there. Let me hold this steady. Oh, that's not a joint. That's just wood. Oh, there we go. Now that's a pretty run-of-the-mill vanilla joint right there. But some of these joints are quite amazing. My father-in-law, being a woodworker, has a capability to create some amazing joints. Not as good as Cheech Martin, but still quite impressive joints nonetheless. And oh, look at the lines there. Now this seems pretty simple compared to some. Maybe the more complex joints are up here. A lot of these buildings were designed to be built without the use of nails. The flexibility of the structure allows it to withstand earthquakes, to ride an earthquake out by simply wobbling with the quake. They would have been situated not on concrete foundations, but on stones set into the ground that would allow them to further basically sit atop the earthquake and ride over it. The scaffolding here is a metal scaffolding. In the past it would have been a bamboo scaffolding used. There would be a wonderful tile roof up on the top eventually. And there we go, we'll have a brand new Shinto shrine. What's really cool here is that they're building the shrine out of wood. A lot of contemporary shrines are made out of concrete, which to my mind isn't as attractive. I once talked to a Buddhist monk who was having his temple rebuilt, and he told me that, he said, he made a great observation. He said, and the same applies for temples. A lot of temples, contemporary temples, are made of concrete as well. He said that concrete looks good at first, and then becomes very ugly over time. It does. It gets dark stains and mold and stuff like that. Whereas wooden shrines don't look as good when they're first built. There's something about it. Look at it. I mean, he doesn't look as venerable with this raw, pale wood. But he says whereas concrete shrines look good at first and look bad and then get worse over time. Wooden shrines don't look as good at first, but they get beautiful over time. They weather so nicely. And I think he's absolutely right. We have our holy tree right here next to us. Ever since I've been exploring through this area, I've always told Yumiko, as long as we have to live in an apartment, I want to live in these apartments right here. There's usually a couple vacancy. Although they're all full right now, and live across the street from the shrine in the park. And the ding, ding, ding of the train. Watch the gate go down. Here we go. Gates go down. Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks for dropping by to see the brand new shrine. Take care.